Hey everyone, GoBotch here, back today with a brand new episode for Madden 20 franchise with the Dallas Cowboys off of a kind of a wild, weird game against the Saints, but we come out with a win. There were some injuries, but I thank you so much for tuning in today for this post-game show. If you enjoy the episode you see here today, make sure to leave a thumbs up, comment down below. Positive vibes only down there in the comments. As always, hit that notification bell so you know when I go live, and feel free to subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. So, we have some injuries, like I said. We're going to get to those in just a minute and see just how severe some of these injuries may be. Hoping that they're not that bad. And the one with Dak is not terrible. Again, Anthony Brown's still out for 5 weeks. Tristan Hill, not as bad as I was expecting. His shoulder tear will be back. He'll be back by week 7, pretty much week 8 in that range, depending on if we want to sit him any longer. So we're in good shape there. But the Cowboys get that big win over the Saints. Let's go ahead and look at the box scores. 27-19 Dallas. Outgained them 417 to 407. They did the passing. We did the rushing. They had 5 more first downs than we did. No turnovers in the game, period. But we were 100% 4 of 4 in the red zone. And they outdid us on the time of possession. So really, they played a game that they should have won. But Dak was, efficient enough out there. 10 of 16. With 1 touchdown passing, 142 yards to the air. Brissett 416, and then Polk came in there today and was 1 for 2 for 20 yards. So nice to see that. But the main thing here for the Cowboys was Zeke. 19 rushes, 239 yards and a touchdown. Finally broke loose after last week where he was just awful. Kamara had 15 rushes, 34 yards. Pollard 7 of 34, and then a couple of scrambles. The leading receiver out there was Michael Thomas. Shocker, 10 catches, 134 yards, no touchdowns, followed by Cook, who was 10 for 99 and a touchdown. Then Cooper for the Cowboys only had 4 catches today, but he did have 86 yards. That was a team high, followed by Blake Jarwin, 6 catches, 64 yards. And then next after that was just 1 catch by Michael Gallup. Defensively, the top tackler was Jalen Smith, had 16 tackles alone in this game. Unbelievable. Top sack man was Cameron Jordan, followed by DeMarcus Lawrence, who had 2 sacks on the game. So let's go ahead and advance forward. Actually, we'll go ahead and we'll do some scouting before we do anything else. Let's get into this year's draft class and see what we all have here, because we know we need some things. We know that we are going to be needing, most reasonably on defense, we need a safety and we need linebackers and defensive tackles just for extra depth. So that's what we're looking at this year, is a defensive draft. Right outside backer, we really don't need. We have 2, and we're A- in that category. We need this guy down here. He's a left outside linebacker, so we're going to go ahead and check him out. And they're saying he's a mid-first rounder, so that's all good, well, and dandy. Let's go look at the strong safeties. We got Nick Fenderson, the top guy out there, and he's looking pretty sharp. The other guys are all 5th-round picks. We'll look at 1 or 2 of these guys just to see. You never know. 6th round, garbage. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at the left outside backer. You have a couple other guys here, Barry Compton and Ray Portillo, and we can't finish him up, but we will in the next one. So a couple of the guys we have scouted so far. Kai Pearson is a guy, maybe somehow if we get one of those draft picks, we can do that. I don't think we'll have a pick, that early to get him. Nick Fenderson's another guy right there. Looking sharp. And then a steal of the draft may be Kiefer Rhodes, who is a 5th-round guy, but they're saying he may be a 4th-round talent and a late 4th-round talent. So keeping some of those guys in mind. But that's just from this one time right now. Now let's go ahead and advance the week and get ready for the bye week we have before heading on the road in week 5 against the Giants. So how do we want to spend the bye week? You know what? After those 3 tough games, I do want to give you all some rest and relaxation, because we've had 3 battles back-to-back-to-back, so +2 injury for the entire team, and morale will go up as well. Now let's get to the problem at hand, and that is trying to sign Zeke. We tried to give him a fair offer, but he did not like the base salary. He wanted that salary to be bumped up, so we're going to go ahead and jump it to 7, jump that to that, and we're going to try to make it a cool $60 million if we can. Okay, $60 million, 5-year deal. Will he take it? Yes, we got Zeke back. Now the main 2 guys I want to go after is Awuzie and Woods. Keep those guys here in Dallas, and we'll be in great shape. We only have $11 million of cap room to do it with, so we'll see what we can do here. Just a little bit of a boost there for Awuzie. He's happy about it. So we still have a little bit of money left to get one more guy, and then we'll see. So, I mean, because we're in a big situation there. So here we are training now for the Giants. Let's sim this training, get some points for some of our youngins, and then we'll get set and ready to go. Get set and ready to go, ladies and gents. And there's those upgrades there. We got any player upgrades? We do. We do. Drew Henry, left tackle rookie. He continues to be progressing. Every single time we do it, he gets up. And I'm loving it, man. 71 overall now. Makes me happy. Makes me happy. Makes my heart glad. Let's go ahead and scout some more players. Let's keep focusing on the linebacker position. The middle linebacker and outside or left outside backer. So we didn't get to finish Ray. He's a third round drop. Ooh, early second rounder. That's a good steal. Or another second rounder. Seventh round. Good. Okay, let's go look at middle linebacker now. Corey and Moses, late fourth rounder. And then Tay Britton, fourth round. So some of these guys are busts right now. But we'll keep all of that in mind. Now let's go ahead. Let's advance the week and get ready for the Giants in week 5. Heading through that. We have somebody's unhappy. What is this? Gallup? He wants some more touches out there. Can you get me more involved in the offense this week? I'm just going to be honest with him. I'll tell him no promises. Because, you know, Cooper's our dude out there, but Gallup, he's the guy I'm wanting to get more involved. But I'm going to tell him no promises. I'm going to be completely honest with him. So we'll see. So he gets a plus more morale to the whole offense now because of that conversation. And now we're getting ready for Saquon Barkley. And we know what he can do. We're just going to go ahead and say we want to slow him down, not let him score more than one rushing touchdown, and get our boost for our offensive line, our defensive line, if we can do that. Okay, so there's that. Let's go ahead and start the weekly training again. Get ready for them. I'm loving having this bye week, man. Coming off that to this bye week, now fresh into this game, that much closer to getting some of our injured players back. And Michael Jackson Sr. Michael Jackson Sr. gets an upgrade. Now 70 overall, good for him. The cornerback coming through now into the yellow. And now we get to go look at signing Xavier Woods. This will be the last guy I'm comfortable with signing right now because we only have $5.51 million left. A couple up there, and he'll take it. So we got Xavier Woods. Tyrone Crawford, I'm willing to let go because we do have a guy right behind him that will be able to replace him as a right end. Malik Collins, of course, we could probably re-sign our kicker for cheap. Collins, defensive tackle, I'm willing to sign him back. Jordan Lewis is a guy I'm willing to. I mean, there's some guys here I'm willing to re-sign, but they need to be for the right price. If they're not, I'll go find some people in free agency. We'll see. Or draft. But we'll see how that goes. Let's go ahead and one more time scouting, and then we'll get into the league stats and standings and all of that good jazz that we all love so much. Let's go ahead and look at a couple more of these dudes here before we do anything else. Some of these guys are just not what we were hoping for. Not worth spending the time on. Good Lord. What about you? Oh, wow. This guy, second round pick, they're saying he's actually a late first round. That's a good steal right there. Okay, let's go down to strong safety. Devontae Sheffield. What are you going to be? So, okay. Fourth round talent. So we got some places here defensively we got to be paying attention to. Maybe we can get those guys in. So we're 2-1. The Giants are now 1-3 on the season. Here's how the division is shaking up right now. As the Cowboys lead the division at 2-1, the Giants rounded up at 1-3. Eagles and Redskins are each right now at 2-2. The Bengals are the only team outside the Browns right now at 4-0. Wow, I'm honestly shocked with that Bengals team being 4-0 right now. The Browns, I understand. But the Bengals at 4-0, that's interesting to me. Any 0-4 teams? Yes, we have the Raiders at 49ers at 0-4. The Jaguars are 0-3-1, and the Raiders are 0-2-1. Ouch! Not liking seeing that for them, are we? Let's go ahead and look at this. So the top two teams are in the AFC North, both at 4-0, followed by the Steelers and Ravens. The South is topped up right now by the Texans at 2-2. And the Bills lead their division at 3-1. And now to the AFC West is led by the Chargers at 3-1. On to the NFC, tied atop. The North is the Lions and the Packers at 3-1. In the South, 3-1 Panthers and Falcons tied atop. In the East, Cowboys leading, nudged out over the Eagles, currently at 2-1, and the Cardinals and the Seahawks each tied up at 3-1. So lots of interesting battles going on around this league as it stands right now. But let's go ahead and look at the league leaders as it comes. For the Cowboys, you see Dak closing in on 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Zeke now at 400 yards rushing with 3 touchdowns rushing. And then receiving-wise, we're led by Cooper with 312 yards receiving, followed by Blake Jarwin, Zeke, Gallup, and Cobb, who really haven't been as involved this year in our offense. But we're going to keep that in mind. We're going to change our playbook before we're all said and done before this episode. Let's go ahead, go to the league leaders to see who is torching this league right now. And it's Jacoby Brissett. After the game he had against us and company, Brissett right now leading the league in passing with over 1,295 yards, followed by Baker Mayfield, Aaron Rodgers. The top touchdown guy in the league right now is Case Keenum with 12 touchdowns and just 1 pick. We're about to get a handful of him and see if we can slow him down in week 5. The top pick guy in the league is Mariota, Phillip Rivers, and Jared Goff, each with 5 interceptions. Rushing-wise, the top dude in the league right now is David Johnson, nudging out Zeke by just 5 yards. Top touchdown man in the league is David Johnson, Mixon, Michelle, Coleman, Chubb, and Penny, all with 4 touchdowns rushing. Receiving-wise, we're led right now by Devontae Adams, 426 yards receiving and 4 touchdowns. The top touchdown man in the league is Humphreys and Ebron, each with 6 touchdowns respectively. Defensively, the top tackler in the lead is Reuben Foster, 39 tackles. Top tackle for a lost man is Bernardrick McKinney with 8. And the top sack man in the league is still Aaron Donald with 6.5 sacks. All right, so with that all said and done, let's go ahead and change my playbook. How do I do this? I want to do my playbook. I want to change my playbook back to the Dallas playbook. Because we've been playing around with, everything we've been doing. We've been playing around with the different playbooks there. It didn't work out for us like we were hoping maybe it would. So we're going to go back to the Dallas playbook, y'all. The Jason Garrett's playbook. And then I'll go in here and I'll mess with some of the formation subs as well. But that's where we're going to close this episode. Look forward to the next episode coming on Monday. Where we will be seeing the Cowboys on the road against the 1-3 Giants and Case Keenum, who has just torched the league so far through the air. So we're going to see if we can slow him down. But thanks so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up, comment down below. Look forward to tomorrow's episode for Control. And as always, I'll see you back here in the next video. Y'all take it easy.